Hello, it's Yulia Tabath here, certified holistic nutritionist and lifestyle coach at Rawsome Healthy and the founder of the Health Mastery Academy. And I am excited to be here, to be inside this group, to be doing this live broadcast. Today, we're going to be diving into 5 habits you just cannot ignore if you're working on healing and restoring your body. So if you are healing a specific health condition and you've tried endless systems, diets and exotic supplements and endless approaches, but it hasn't worked, and if you know that you've got some extra weight to shift, you simply cannot ignore these 5 important habits. So I'm broadcasting this inside the Health Regeneration Hub, and I would like to welcome all the new members into this group. This is the place where we focus on natural healing, on nutritional approach to healing your health conditions, to restoring your health, to making you feel vibrant and amazing, like a god, a goddess of health. And this is the place where we support each other. So feel free to introduce yourself, to post your comments, post your questions inside this group. This is what it's here for. So let's dive in. And if you have any questions during this broadcast, feel free to post them in the comments box. I'm here to answer them. And I'm really just excited to connect to you and to see you inside this group. So let's dive into the 5 habits you cannot ignore. And when I personally made a switch to a plant-powered lifestyle, a raw foods plant-powered lifestyle, over 8 years ago now, actually, it's been a big change. You know, it definitely has been a very huge shift in my life. And when people do that as well, it's a big shift in their life as well. So when you have the right strategies, the right tools in place, it's not to say that it's going to be easy, but it can definitely be much easier because you will have a clearly defined plan, action plan. You'll know exactly what you're eating on a day-to-day basis. You'll know exactly what you're going to be doing on a day-to-day basis. So without further ado, let's dive in. And I just wanted to see if there are any questions. So if there are any questions, I'll be looking at the screen from time to time to check on you and to see if, if people are posting questions. Alrighty. So the first habit you cannot ignore is your mindset. Okay. So what usually happens is that people go into something new. So they switch to high raw foods lifestyle. They eat plant foods, high carbohydrates, but they bring their old self into it. So they bring the old blockages, the old limitations, the old beliefs, and all the old stories into this. And guess what happens? After a few days or a week, people say, oh, yes, I've tried it, but it's just too difficult. Yes, I tried it, but, I had to plan my meals and I had to eat different foods. And, well, I've tried it, but how am I supposed to go out and socialize? I've tried it, but, all this food that I had to have in my house, I tried it, but that, and this is why I can't make it work. Okay. And it's so important to work on that mindset and to really go into it, not even expecting it to be easy. It's a big mistake that people make because it's kind of like it's a cool marketing trick to say that easy way to start this or that. In reality, however, it's not easy for most people. And most people find it exceptionally challenging to do, because they don't have the right strategies, the right tools, the right mindset in place. And personally, I've run a marathon, and I can tell you that running a marathon is not easy, but that was my goal. I really wanted to do it. When I was suffering from extreme chronic fatigue, where I just struggled to get out of bed, and my husband Paul would come back home at 5:30 in the evening, and he would see me in bed, and he would see me struggling, and I would just be completely washed. I had very little energy. It was my dream to get to a place where I was able to exercise, to feel vibrant, to feel alive, to feel connected. And when I started working towards a marathon, it wasn't easy for me at all. It was a lot of those first years of health restoration that had to happen to lead me to that point where I had to be committed, where I had to show up every single day, where I had to do things. And second, even running it, you go through lower stages where you feel like, it's just not working, and it's just, I'm too tired. And your mind constantly tells you, stop, that's enough. You've already run 10 kilometers. That's enough. That's more than most people run. Why are you doing it? And it's just this constant chit chatter in your head that is going on. Yet despite of it, you go for it. And you understand, okay, so right now I'm going through a low part of my race, and I just need to breathe through it. I need to find the strength within me. I need to keep on going because this is what I want to get to. And when you cross that finish line at the end, when I remember looking at the sky and feeling this thrill in my heart that I just felt like I was going to jump out of my body. It was just so incredible. And this is why it's the reward that you're going to get on the other side is worth it. And if that's the price that you have to pay, then that's the price that you have to pay, right? If you want to overcome your health condition and you've tried endless other systems and approaches, and you come into this system, you see incredible transformations to people happening on the raw foods, plant-powered lifestyle, and you understand, okay, so, I want that body. I want that level of health. I want that level of vibrancy. I want it for myself. Then you absolutely need to go and get it. And the journey is not necessarily going to be easy. It's you who needs to change yourself. When Olympic athletes go into their training, they don't expect it to be easy. They know it's going to be tough. They know that they have to prepare for it. They have to prepare for challenges. They get a coach. They turn up for training and they achieve the results that they want to achieve for themselves. So it's so important to have that mindset that appreciates, okay, so there is an opportunity in these challenges. This is how I'm going to grow. But if the second you see challenges, you go, whoa, that's just too much. I'm just going to go back to, the lifestyle that I was leading before. It was so much easier. This healing's not going to happen there. Healing's not going to happen where you eat your old foods and where your health deteriorates and where you are feeling worse. So it's important to create that powerful mindset. And it's also important to transition away from victimhood. So for many years, you probably have spent, you've spent many years being in pain. And it's easy to start seeing yourself as a victim of it. And I've gone through a lot of pain in my life. And, I'm talking from my personal experience. So it's easy to start seeing yourself as a victim of your life circumstances, of your health condition. Yet where you can claim your power is when you start seeing the health challenges you're going through as a blessing, as an opportunity for you to change things. So if you imagine your body is giving you powerful feedback that things are not working, that you need to change things here. You need to still make further tweaks and changes. Don't settle here. Keep on moving. I'm telling you that things are out of balance. I'm showing you this so you change things. They take this feedback from me. So when you unite with your body, where you see it as a blessing, is your opportunity to grow. This is when you can start creating big leaps. This is where you can learn to surrender to, okay, so I need to find the inner strength to put this into practice because I want a different life for myself. I want to be around for my children and grandchildren for longer. Something that most people don't think about. The other day I was talking to someone and she was a very sick person and there was a lot of health issues there. And I said, what does your future look like if you don't resolve your health issues now? And she said, I don't even want to think about it. But we have to think about it. Sometimes it takes mortality for us to realize that, heck, I've got to get myself in action here. I've got to get moving and to start changing things in my life. So this is how important to work on your mindset, continue working on your mindset that is going to drive your change. That is going to, it's like the engine that's going to drive the change that you will be going through. All right. So that was a long one into the first habit. The second habit, of course, is a healthy diet. And I know you've heard it many times before, and I know a lot of people actually believe that they eat a healthy diet, but if you're not seeing the results that you want to see, then something is not working. And personally, before switching to raw foods, I thought my diet was a really healthy one, gluten-free, sugar-free, cooking everything at home, eating raw foods and making juices and eating this and that and, you know, all the healthy foods. But my health was falling apart. I was feeling sicker than ever before. And we personally work with a lot of vegans, with a lot of raw vegans who are not in a good place because they're not doing this lifestyle the right way. So this is why it's just so important to get it right and to understand, okay, so if my diet is that healthy and I've got this condition, if I've just been diagnosed with pre-diabetic condition and I've got high blood pressure and I've got high cholesterol and I've got this extra weight that I carry and I've got IBS and I've got candida and I've got this constant colds and I'm struggling with my sleep, it's not a healthy diet. Then something is not right. Something has to be changed. All right. So a healthy diet will be based on plants, and science now proves it. Time and time again, science proves that a plant-based diet is the most beneficial diet for your long-term health. It will be based on an abundance of raw foods with lots and lots of fruits in your diet and lots of greens and other leafy vegetables and modest amounts of fats. And even then, you still may have to make tweaks and changes for your personal condition. For example, with candida, you won't be able to eat 5 avocados a day. It's just not going to help you overcome your candida issues. Okay, so it's important to first find the right approach for you, even within a plant-based raw foods realm. And second, it's important to continue having feedback from your body. So continue taking feedback from your body. If something's not working, it needs to be changed. You are the one who can find solutions. If you can't, then you reach out for help. Then you keep on working on it and you keep on tweaking until you get to a place where weight just melts naturally, where you're no longer experiencing diabetes, blood sugar, type 2 diabetes, that is, where you improve in your type 1 diabetes, where you're no longer experiencing candida, digestive problems, and all kinds of other health issues. So keep on working on it. Keep on tweaking things. Okay. All right. So the next one is quality sleep. Now, what's interesting is that people who typically switch to a plant-powered lifestyle notice that their sleep improves. So the clients that we work with notice huge improvements to their sleep because they're not spending as much energy on digestion. You know, their digestion basically becomes much healthier. And they also, you know, their body cleanses themselves of toxins. They are not putting stimulants into their body, which just, you know, stimulates you. And all of a sudden you feel hyperactive and then your energy drops and you need another cup of coffee to get you going. So you're not going through that huge energy up and down. Your energy stays even and you feel vibrant and you feel good. And when you go to bed, it's natural. It's easy to fall asleep. It's easy to have a much deeper sleep. And it's easy to wake up refreshed. And good quality sleep is so vital to you feeling energetic, to you healing your body. It's an essential component of you healing your body. It gives you energy. It helps you lose weight. It helps you look young. And there are so many benefits to a good night's sleep. So it's important to understand that your diet and your lifestyle influences your sleep and influences how deep you go in your sleep and how much you're healing and restoring. Okay, so definitely aim towards 8 hours of sleep or more. If specifically if you're working on chronic fatigue, for example, or other health issues in the beginning, you may need to allow yourself to have more sleep than that, as much as 10 hours. Just keep sleeping and enjoy your sleep. Go to bed early. If you had to get up early, go to bed early and create your life so that it enables you to focus on self-restoration. It enables you to have enough sleep. Okay, so the fourth one is my favorite. It's exercise. Exercise is just such a big part of a healthy life, and it's a big part of you staying vibrant and fit, and it's amazing for your bones. It's important for your circulation. It's important for your detoxification. It's important for your health restoration as well. Now, if your health is in a very compromised state, obviously you're just not going to go in and exercise to your full capacity. So you'll need to work on it gradually, and you'll need to focus on more gentler styles of exercise in the beginning and then build on that. So this is what I had to do when I had severe chronic fatigue and I was recovering from it. I had to start from 15 minutes a day, then it was 20, then it was 30, then I just kept increasing, and eventually I ran a marathon, and it just felt so amazing. And this is what when I work with my clients, this is how we approach it as well. So let's create this exercise program. When you feel better, we're going to move you up. And when you feel better again, we're going to move you up. And ideally, the two types of exercise you want to focus on is HIIT training, so high intensity interval training. And it doesn't have to be long either. You know, it doesn't have to be a really long type of workout for 1 hour. You just go full on and you really just exhausted afterwards. It's not how it needs to be. Literally 4 sprints of 30 seconds. And when you go for it 100% with 90 seconds of recovery time in between is enough to boost IGF-1, which is your growth hormone. And it just generally boosts your whole system. You will feel so amazing, so powerful, so sharp in your mind when you do interval training. And interval training is also an incredibly powerful way to help you shift excess weight, to help you burn more calories. So, you know, I've told you just 4 sprints is enough. Well, 4 to 6 30-second sprints will burn more calories than 1 hour of cardio, 1 hour of aerobics. So it's a very powerful, and because the afterburn effect that HIIT generates. And the second type of exercise that you absolutely need to focus on, a lot of people miss out on that, is weight training. So either body weight exercises, or better still, if you started doing weightlifting. Weightlifting is a hugely powerful way, not only to, you know, to build your physique so you feel strong and you feel toned, but also to help you build your bones, to really help you create that very strong body and a healthy body as well. And again, 3 times a week, 45 minutes to an hour is absolutely sufficient. So going to the gym and focusing on compound exercises is something that we teach inside the Health Mastery program. So focusing on compound exercises, and that means doing deadlifts and doing barbell squats versus going on machines and doing isolated weights. So that was exercise. And the 5th habit you cannot ignore is hydration. And when I say hydration, I don't mean drinking 2 liters of water a day. I'm sure you're doing it already. I mean a hydrating diet. You know, so many people drink 2 liters of water a day because they drink themselves out of dehydration. And then they eat dehydrating foods. And then, that causes the dehydration that they experience. So it's important to focus on hydrating diets, a water-rich diet, which is a diet of fresh fruits and vegetables that is based upon primarily, you know, some people prefer to go full in and be all raw. Some people prefer to eat a high raw lifestyle, but generally speaking, your diet really needs to be in high fresh raw foods, and also drinking water on top of that. So I know some people say, well, you don't need to drink any water if your diet is already hydrating. Well, I do recommend drinking water. And from my experience of working with hundreds and hundreds of clients, people get better results when they drink water as well. So drink according to your thirst. And this is really the best indicator, because you'll already be on a hydrating diet. You're not going to be as dehydrated. And I remember back in my sort of heavy cooked food days, when I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would just go through half a bottle of water because I was so dehydrated. And dehydration starts to negatively affect the functioning of your body, the functioning of your organs. And this is when you need to, do something about it and start hydrating your body. Alrighty, so these are the 5 steps that I wanted to share with you, the 5 habits rather that you cannot ignore if you want to transform your body. They are the base, that's a beautiful foundation upon which you can start creating the level of health that you want to see for yourself versus continue suffering, being in pain, you know, and having all kinds of symptoms, having low energy levels, having low libido, not being there for your kids, not being there for your partners, not being there for yourself, even struggling to exercise, struggling with your energy levels and being depressed. So it really is something that can offer you that natural solution to overcoming the health challenges that you're going through. Alrighty, so thanks very much for watching this video. It was great having you here. And remember to post your comments below. So let us know if you have any other questions or if you want to add something to the 5 habits that I've already talked about. And don't forget to sign up to my free webinar where I will dive deep into 5 steps my clients use to overcome chronic health issues and lose stubborn weight naturally without ever restricting themselves of carbohydrates and sugar. All right, so great seeing you here. I'll be back with more live videos. It's nice to make them and it's nice to connect to you inside this group. All right, have a great day. Eat sweet, keep fit.